Good afternoon. I'm Lawrence Sutherland with Zone 5 here at SEMICON West in San Francisco. I'm honored to be here today with Bruce Billett, who is a technical specialist with a small company by the name of Intel. Bruce, is this your first SEMICON?
No, sir. This is about my fourth, I think.
And was there a specific mission in coming down here this year and going through the booths?
Yes, my job entails some of the later technologies, and this is a fantastic forum for finding the valves, the coatings, the fittings, that sort of thing that's available in the industry. You can find this stuff on the web, but there's so much of it that you can't touch it, you can't feel it. Here I can look at it and say, I can use that.
You're currently with Intel at Ronmer Acres. Is all of your time with Intel in Oregon?
Yes, sir.
But you have interfaced with fabs, I assume worldwide, with things you've done in the past with it?
I wouldn't say worldwide, but throughout the U.S., yes.
What's your impressions of this particular show?
Attendance seems light. Seems to be a lot of solar in it, and solar stuff seems to be very repeating. There's 256 vendors doing the exact same thing. A lot of the smaller companies seem to have been left out this year, and they're the people I come down here to see. They're my bread and butter. The people who make these little widgets that make the big companies run.
Yeah. Over the years, and especially, well, up until probably at least 10 years ago, these shows always featured equipment in the booths, which you rarely see. In fact, I had the privilege of being a vendor to you on slurry systems at one point. We actually had a system in our booth. You don't see that anymore. So in coming to the show, you're looking at components, subsystems.
I'm actually quite good with that, because the systems in the booth strikes me as a waste. I mean, what are you going to learn from this? These things are non-functional. You're not going to get anything out of it that they're not going to come to you and give you. The people here that are, I feel, important are the people who can't reach out and touch you. The large companies, the Applieds, the Lambs, the etc. They've got an in with anybody. They can just walk in and present themselves with most anybody. But the small coating companies that are making a new coating for stainless steel, they can't get in the door of the larger companies.
In the way Intel's set up, they have kind of a pull-through process wherein if, say, some of these smaller suppliers that you've been talking to wanted to do business with Intel, they're essentially told, talk to our OEMs. So that limits, on a day-to-day basis, people like you being able to talk to the smaller suppliers. So does that add the value when you can come talk to them down here?
Absolutely. I don't know that Intel tells them, no, you go talk to the OEMs, but there is no real avenue, there is no ready avenue to bring a new valve, a new wafer holder, what have you, to the forefront. It's just that we have enough inertia that if something really revolutionary comes about, it's just difficult to get it in the door because we're sufficiently diverse.
In looking at coming to a show like this, whether you do 2 or 3 days, do you come up with a short list of people you definitely want to see, or do you kind of freelance and let your eye wander and find out somebody new that you didn't know existed?
I generally come down here to see 2 or 3 people that I know, just to say hello. But I've already got their products, they're already in touch with me, I get their line cards and that sort of thing. So I don't really come to see them. I come down here to find the new small company making this new wafer holder, this new wafer transport system, something like that. that's really what I'm here for.
Okay. You mentioned 2 or 3 people that, in specific, you wanted to meet with, talk with. Survey's been done in the last 2-3 years about what is the value of SEMICON, because it's changed drastically from the years of having equipment in a booth to now some people feel it's a show where subsystem and material suppliers are trying to promote themselves to OEMs, and the end users like yourself, especially your executives, end up in hotel rooms around the Moscone Center having meetings rather than being on the show floor. The net of the survey said that the key value to SEMICON West was networking. Would you agree?
I think it is, but I can't really comment to the people meeting in the rooms on the side. It's not what I do. Again, I'm not really here for the people. I'm here for the devices. My networking is limited to things such as yourself. Whenever I come down here, I like to meet with you just because, well, we're old friends. So I've got a couple of other people that I'd just love to meet with, but during the show, I pretty much exclude those people because I'm not here for that. I'm working.
Well, that's what Intel wants you to do down here, but one of the other great traditions of this particular show, and it's the same at SEMICON Japan, SEMICON Europa, is we play hard, or we work hard during the day, and at night we enjoy all these hospitality suites. Is there value in the networking you see and observe in these suites? Has it changed in any way, too?
I can't really say, and the reason I can't say is I go to 1 or 2 of them, but I don't make it a point to go to these things. And I'm usually too tired to go to them. I get done at the end of the day and I can't hardly move. There's a lot of walking out there. There's a lot of talking to people. And then to go out at night and try and walk around all day. No, I can't. That's beyond me.
Maybe next year we can get somebody to put you behind their booth for 3 days.
No. You don't learn anything back there. I'm here to learn. This is so valuable to my career that it's difficult to put into words to somebody who doesn't. I've talked to other people at Intel that have come down here and they don't see the value, but then they don't go look at these little people. And I don't even go to the big booths. I go to one of them because I know somebody there, and that's it. And I just stop in, say hi, make sure they're still in the industry. But we've separated, and but it's all about the toys, the valves, the bearings, and while we don't do equipment as such, and I can see where it's really valuable for the equipment people, I can look at this and I can go to the equipment people and say, look, you have a problem with your tool. This is what you need to do about it. Check out this fit. Check out this. And things have come from this that are quite amazing.
There were days many years ago where fab managers and some of the technology execs actually touched the machines in your fabs and fabs of all the different IC companies around the world. You're unique in that you actually know how these tools run. You've touched the sensors, you've touched the filters, whatever the component. You've actually owned the equipment in a way that the execs have never done. So it gives you a better perspective, and I'm assuming that's part of why you focus on the companies you do when you come down here.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's all about how do I keep this stuff running? How do I make it better? What can I do to bring Intel forward? I'm not a process person, and I can't bring any value to that. But I can bring value to the, oh gee, this sensor keeps failing. Try this one. Or, if we change the sensor and did this to it, it would work. And I come down here and I can talk to you and I can say, if you did this to the sensor, it would work. And I've had that happen before, where they've changed it, and we ended up with a much better product. We ended up with far lower failure rates, much more accurate sensing, and now I have a friend.
Have you ever had a product named after you?
No.
No. So will you be back here tomorrow?
Absolutely.
See you then.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bruce.
Have fun.
Bruce Billett, Intel.